welcome to this week's episode of the Angrygeeks. You know who I am. I am Lewis Perry, and the boys are back in town.
Hello there.
Good evening. Toy Shop. It's Dolan and Dave. What's going on, guys? Man, it's been such a long time.
It is. It's the morning for us. It's like it's just turned midnight.
We're having our morning coffee.
We are.
Well, at least you guys didn't fall asleep this time on us.
Well, we didn't fall asleep last time. There was a time change, and we weren't informed. So, but it wasn't your fault. It was just the clocks, wasn't it?
Yeah. Unfortunately, Jimmy can't be with us tonight. Yes, you know, I got to get that stamp out to you. I suck. Now, I'm probably going to open up a big can of worms, and a lot of people I absolutely suck at mailing things. But I know the Post was having trouble with you guys with the whole pandemic. So that's my out right there. But now
it's okay, right.
In all fairness, we're meant to be sending a load of stickers out to people from our little tour that we just did. And we're exactly the same.
Yeah. Basically, it was Gav's department, and he kept forgetting them. So it's Gav's fault.
They were next to me on the seat. Nope. Forgot every time.
Great. So I got that stamp. I got to get that stamp out to you guys. Anyway, so what's new? What's new coming into the shop? How was the tour? Congratulations on the YouTube channel. I have many questions I want to get to you guys, but what's happening? What's going on?
Well, we just completed it was 2.5 weeks on the road, driving around the UK, making our television show.
Yes, Toy Shop on Tour.
Toy Shop on Tour, which went live on YouTube, I think 4 weeks ago.
It was episode 4 yesterday.
So it's a weekly show, so it comes out every week.
Like real good old TV.
Yeah. No ads, though, because we're British.
Yes.
None of that.
No binging. No binging here.
No, you have to wait. No, it's character building. So we get episode 1 was in a place called Blackpool, which has got the tower and things. Which, compared to American towers, just like a toothpick.
Yes.
But,
little British seaside town.
British seaside town. So, and then we go all the way, we go from Wales into Cornwall, across the bottom of the country, and then back round, and then up into Scotland.
But and that's it. All the different toy shops, all in those areas. Not all the toy shops,
no,
but quite a few. So,
we'll have a series 2.
Series 2,
do you go into like what we do, what Jamie and I do is like we have the Angrygeeks approved stuff, as you know, the stamp I got to send out. Do you go into the toy shop and do you like inspect it and look at it? Okay, this is good, and like do you?
No, we dive in and do it all live.
If you watch this show, you'll see the joy. It's the first time we've seen it. There's no wrecking. There's no. Yeah. We just arrange to go and we just take it as we see it.
We just turn up. They're ready for us. They know we're coming. But we walk in. We do not know what to expect.
Yeah, and that makes it. For I think for the viewer, it makes it really exciting because then they can go and go, wow, they get what we're getting when we walk in. It's
what people have said to us. Now you guys know how we feel when they come here.
Yeah,
because we're all blown away.
Sorry, what was that, Lewis?
Have you found anything good? Have you found anything cool?
Oh yeah, watch the show, man. Watch the show.
Yeah. Give me what did you buy for yourself and not for the shop?
Oh, I bought loads.
Oh, he was a mess. He was all over the place.
I spent so much money on myself.
Yeah,
really
crazy. I bought.
You guys come to the States. You have to come to the States.
We are
planning it.
Series 3 will be the American one, we think. So the first one we crowdfunded, which was this series was meant to be the American series. Yes. Series 1 was meant to be the American series. Yep. Because of the problems with the pandemic, we've had to delay that, and we did the UK one, Series 2, which we'll announce details of fairly soon, and then Series 3 will be American.
100%.
So that's the plan. Because we've already blown the money.
Yeah, the money's already been spent.
Spent the money on the American trip, and we've just got vouchers. So for our £6,000 that our viewers and followers on the shop raised for us, from that £6,000, we've blown it all on flights, on hiring things
that we can't use for another year and a half.
So we're kind of. The only things we've got to show for it are some GoPros, and 6 flight vouchers, and that's it. So
Have you guys been? How does it feel to walk into a shop and get noticed?
It's a bit odd. We're not like, it's not like we're mega stars, is it?
No, I mean, like,
we're not walking down the street and be, hey, look at those guys.
But it's kind of like, no, it's kind of like like the first video. I don't know. It's got sort of, I think, 6,000 or so people have watched it.
6,500, I think. Yeah.
But what's been really nice is people have watched it as families, like watched it with, and that's been the good. It's the cross. It's not just for people like us that are really into the collection.
Yeah.
It's for people that just want a nice, nostalgic, warm television show that they can go and watch with the kids.
Exactly. It was nice yesterday. We were actually at a toy fair yesterday. And families were coming up with their kids. Look, it's the guys from the show, and the kids were loving it. So it's nice. It's nice for that.
Yeah, Gav loved it. I was sat behind the
selfies
stall.
all around.
Yeah, Gav was it. Yes. Where do you want me?
Oh, you want a selfie? No, doesn't matter. I'll get one anyway.
When you come to the States, are you coming to New England?
We don't know. So we're traveling. When we come to the States, the vague plan is we land in New York. We drive into down to New Jersey, then up across, and then go to Chicago, then down to Cincinnati, and then across. Because we're going to end up in LA. That's the plan.
Yeah, but we've got a lot to work out between now and then.
But that's the very basic plan. So we don't know geographically. We don't know what's going on at the best of times. But the UK one that we've done now will hopefully give people a flavour of what we're going to do in the American one.
Yes.
And what we're going to do in Series 2, which Series 2 is kind of like, I think there's some really amazing stories to tell in Series 2. So we're excited about Series 2.
Okay.
But Series 3 is the big one.
Yeah.
Series 3, I can't wait for it. Phil Jones says he's loving the series. Lots of fun.
Thanks, Phil. Thank you very much, mate. Yeah, it's great. I mean,
I really hope you guys come to New England, or at least come to a convention that Jamie and I are appearing at, so we can get a selfie together and just hang out. I think that'll be a blast.
I think we're going to try and do the convention. We're aiming for, but we don't know yet, because it's obviously at the moment everybody's still looking at it. And when we do it, it's likely to be late 2022 or early 2023. But
you'll have to be ready for us live. No prep.
Yeah.
We never prep. What are you talking about? We fly at the seat of our pants. Our sponsors are like, what? No, we never ever do, and anything. So what new came into the shop? Anything new?
Loads. Loads. If Gav just steps to one side. I don't know if you can see that big shop display just in the background. Gav's.
I'm going to bring it out.
You're going to bring it out? Okay.
There we go.
So this is a video store. Secret Sword. He-Man and She-Ra on the Secret Sword.
Full-length feature film.
Video store.
IVS Video UK. Remember them? No,
I didn't have a television. There you go.
Catchphrase.
But it's not a catchphrase. It's just the truth. And it's people go on about pop culture stuff, and I just sit here politely, try and be, But no, we bought that. That came from the NEC Toy Fair yesterday.
I was came into the shop today. You guys might like this, actually. It's not Joe's cup of tea at all.
No, not at all.
I love it.
Oh, see, now Jamie's going to be very angry about that. She missed this. That is awesome.
Yes.
It's a beautiful.
It's just been crazy. If you look behind me, if I move, I don't know if you can
just see.
You see all the Corgi Batmobiles there.
They're all Batmobiles.
All Batmobiles.
Now, is that Lionel behind you from the Thundercats? Yeah, right by your head. Oh my God.
Lionel, we've got Slide back there. We've got Driller. We've got a sealed Thunderclaw.
Astral Moat Monster.
We've got about
loads in at the minute.
15, 20 Thundercats carded over in the other side of the shop.
Speaking of Masters of the Universe as well. Look at that beauty.
Viewmaster.
Wow.
That's great.
I really want to
look at Beastman on there. I hadn't seen that before.
That's cool. That's cool. So we've been buying loads. It's been mental. We've had 2 collections in today. And the Batmobiles were in that. And then another collection as well. So it's been kind of crazy. We don't seem to stop.
I don't think we've stopped in weeks. Oh no, we had a couple of days off.
Yes. And I'm going on holiday in about a week and a half, and I'm looking forward to that. But I'm going to buy toys when I'm on holiday, so
Of course.
it never stops. It's like you're always sort of. I know where I'll be each day, thinking, right, where can I get to a toy store? You know, a vintage toy shop. So, and that's what the good thing about doing the show. It's just basically a glorified excuse for me to be able to go and buy toys, go and buy more toys. So,
yeah, no, I totally get it. Let me ask you both a question. Now, I call it hunting myself. Here in the States, I'm sure you guys got them too. We got like tag sales and yard sales.
Oh yeah, yeah. We have car boot sales.
What do you call them?
Car boot sales.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, do you feel people? One of my head sponsors says that anytime I go to a yard sale or a tag sale, that little old ladies end up eating cat food that night, because I would find a comic and she would have it listed, oh, these were my sons, and it's 10 cents a funny book. And I would just like start drooling at the mouth. And I pay 10 cents for that book, even though I know what it's worth. Do you feel obligated, or do you feel bad if you go to a a yard sale, or
we don't really
do it. We can't. I used to. That's why I started out doing car boot sales, and that was totally it's whatever the person puts on. If they say that's what they want for it,
and that's
But as a business, it's like if somebody says that's what they want for it, you know it's grossly underpriced.
Well, no, I'm talking about not if they come into the shop. No, if you're at
really,
if you're like driving down the street and there's like a yard sale, and
it doesn't happen, does it? Here,
we don't really get that.
So
here.
car boot sales are Sunday morning. So I know that when I'm going down to Cornwall on holiday in a few weeks' time, I will on the Sunday, if the weather's good, which is unlikely because this is Britain. If the weather's good on the Sunday, I will go to Resurgent Car Boot, and I will buy toys, hopefully, and I will pay whatever the person wants for that toy, or I will, and if it's something where it's ridiculously cheap, then I will, of course, go, well, look, you can keep the change and whatever, and you kind of go, that's great. But it doesn't really happen. I think
it's harder and harder now over here.
Yeah, there are so many people at the car booths. I think it's impossible, and we can't go because, especially around here, I turn up to
people know
they can't know
from the shop.
I'm a big man. I'm quite recognisable. That's him.
And I'm always stood next to a big man, so I'm recognizable.
Yeah, we look like basically.
It's funny. Myself, as long as Jamie's not with me, I'm not recognized, because people see me, but they think of her. So I'm good. But if she's next to me, then they know. But I can just walk down the street. I'm fine.
Yeah. It's not. Unfortunately, it does be like the thing of like people. But then there's not that many people that have seen the show but over the years people know who you are. So it's kind of like it's very different for us. We're on a different, but I'd love to go back to being that sort of being able to go to car boots and because it was great fun. But I'm looking forward to doing that in the States because nobody will know who I am, and not that anybody knows really in the UK, if you know what I mean. But at the same time, it's like really nobody will know who I am. So then I can come across there and buy things, and it'd be great. So, but in the UK, if I turn up at the car boot, it's certainly local to us, then I'm kind of, people know who I am because of the shop.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to ask that question from one collector to another, because they tease me about it. Like, I can find this real piece of gold of a comic, and like for instance,
but do you sell it or do you keep it?
No, I don't. I don't sell none of my collection.
Oh, that's okay.
So that's okay. That's you're all right.
Okay. Yeah.
But we sell, so morally, we kind of need to front up a little bit.
Okay. No, everything on my collection I keep. I don't sell nothing.
So that's great. So that doesn't really matter then, because intrinsically you're not trying to make any money out of them. Whereas we kind of, although we don't like selling things, because we're kind of, you got attached to this stuff anyway. So we don't like selling the thing. So it kind of puts on a different thing.
That's it. Like that He-Man and She-Ra thing. No, that's not for sale.
That's not for sale.
That's not for sale.
Well, I think my daughter's plotting my demise, because whenever I get some, how much is that? I did
make a log.
Yeah, just keep it a log, yeah. But no, nothing, and nothing that I get. My comics, nothing is for sale. I had people like I found this book today at at a tag sale, at a yard sale, and I would post it, and they were like, "Oh my God, would you flip it?" I'm like, "No, not at all. This is for me." And I just, as a collector, I can't do it. Like if I were to open a comic shop, I would definitely be, please pardon the expression, I would be an alcoholic owning a bar. I would not be able to do it. I don't know how you guys do it, because I would be like, no, that's not for sale. No, that's not for sale. I would be broke.
I think we see so much, and I also have like lines that I collect, and I know that if I haven't got it, I will just take that home. And that's fine, but I don't go outside that line, really. I mean, unless it's something. I did pick up a few things on the tour, not as many as Gav, but I did pick up a few bits and bobs. Mine were generally like stuff that was like really cheap, because the stuff that I collect is when I come to America, I'm going to be dangerous. Because I collect Fisher Price Adventure People, and there's more of it out there.
And I collect like weird stuff. So for me, if you see something weird, you got to buy it, because you're never going to see that again.
Yeah. So buys also
weird. Because I come across a lot of stuff. I won't mind shipping you guys anything. When I'm out hunting for comics, I come across some weird stuff.
Yeah.
So define weird. Here I am. I have trouble mailing stuff, and here I am saying, I'll ship it.
Watch the show.
Yeah, you'll understand.
You'll understand. When you watch the show, you go, I think Gav would like that. And you go, yeah,
well,
see, really like some weird
stuff. I want the listeners to know. I mean, of course, all right, everybody, watch the show, and you'll understand what we're talking about with these guys.
You can't.
Watch the show.
There's no explaining, because it's because it's weird stuff. It's such a wide. It could be anything.
Yeah,
it could be literally anything, because it's not one toy line or one type of toy line. It could be anything.
It's a certain stylistic thing. Like so, if you like Mad Balls or something like that, then Gav that floats Gav's boat. And if it's slightly gross, 80s gross out toys is kind of the roughest explanation of what Gav really likes. But you also like
cute stuff.
Yeah, girls' toys.
Yeah, 80s girl toys.
But
like,
Gav loves that.
Not so much the regular stuff.
The
weird stuff that came out on 80s girl toy lines.
And I find myself liking it because he likes it, and he's making me sort of like the stuff that he likes.
Contagious.
I sort of appreciate it more. So, but yeah, it's you need to watch the show to appreciate what I like and what Gav likes.
Episode 1 says it all, really.
Episode 1 does say it all. yeah. Episode 1
says it all up.
All right, and now we have another comment from Phil Jones. Phil says, Cabbage Patch figures with animal heads.
Exactly, yes.
Exactly. Phil's exactly right.
He's watched the video of that because it was in my top 5, wasn't it?
It was his top 5 toys. So yeah, that's his favourite toy pretty much. So
yeah, the Cousas.
Yeah.
Cabbage Patch Cousas.
I've got no excuses for him, if I'm honest with you. It's just how he is. How
would you, with Masters of the Universe, with the retro action figures that are out now, how do you rate them over the classic ones from when we were kids?
No, it's just not the same. I mean, like, it's fine for people that like with anything that people want to collect. It's up to them, and a view is just a view.
Yeah.
But I like old stuff because I like the history. I like the fact it's like, but other people like things they mentioned were like sculpts and articulation.
And the thing is, as well, people won't be so much into the toys as into the characters and the remembering what they had.
Yeah.
So these modern ones, they're fine for them. They're not worried. They're like, this is near enough what I had. Look at this. It's just like it.
Yeah. So for £20 or $20 or whatever, you can get yourself a He-Man on a card, or you can spend. We've got a graded one up there, and it's like £2,000, and it's just like, there's no real competition on that. You've got to, like, if you're working on a budget, and it's like any of those things. If you're on a budget, then you do what you want.
Yeah,
you can spend lots of money, or you can spend a little bit of money. Collecting should be fun. There should be no controversy about what you collect.
No, that's it. But for us personally, we'd rather have the vintage because we love the vintage stuff. But everyone has their own thing.
If you collect what you love, you are a collector. Nobody can have a go at you.
Yeah.
You just collect what you love and you do it because it should be fun. Toys are fun. They're toys, man. Love it.
Correct. No, I totally agree. I mean, I think collecting comics or toys is what keeps you young, keeps you alive. I mean,
I'm not feeling that young. It's sort of like I've been up for a long time now.
When you pick a He-Man figure up and it's like, this is 30-something years old.
Yeah,
that doesn't make you feel young.
No.
But still, if you can really, or not really. I mean, I see people that are my age and they look a heck of a lot older than I do. And it's like, I just surround myself with that keep me young. And you can also be spending your money on a lot worse stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
yeah. We
that
also
won't really, that you think will make you happy, but it won't make you happy. And that's what my wife says. My wife said, well, he could be doing a lot worse stuff. And here I am playing with my action figures in the corner.
Yeah. That's it. That's the beauty of collecting. You can collect stuff, and you don't have to be in the pub every night or doing things that you perhaps shouldn't be doing, or spending it on things that you really, at least then it's something tangible. It's the warm nostalgic glow of being a kid again, and it's all about that.
Okay, here's the killer question. I don't think I asked you this, or Jamie did the last time you gentlemen were on. Open or stay packaged?
It's really such a tough question.
It depends on what it is.
Yeah.
If it's like a vintage Star Wars figure on a card, staying packaged. If it's a Adventure People set for me and it's brand new, I'm going to want to not unpackage as such, but I'm going to want to open it and look at it. I'm going to want to get that out so I can see it.
The ideal situation is vintage that's been opened but not used.
Yeah.
So it's fine. It's open. You can slide that out gently, have a little look at it, slide it back in if you want.
Yeah.
So that's the ideal situation.
It is. It's great. I love that. I've got a couple of sets like that myself, and I'm like, but I never open any of my figures because you can see them, and the figures are like any of these figures are generally quite easy to obtain loose.
Yeah.
There's not figures. You'd be looking at really hard stuff. Stinger from Thundercats would be one that you're going to find one carded quicker than you are going to find one loose, and you aren't going to have a loose one because a carded one is so expensive, and loose ones are always broken and never show up. So you're gonna have to buy a carded one or get one with broken wings and replace the wings. So there always has to be a bit of give and take. You can't always. There's no hard and fast rules. It's whatever you want to do, but at the same time, I wouldn't want to open something where I could actually physically really see the item anyway. There'd be no point. But I do like loose stuff.
But modern toys, I just bust them out.
Bust them out. Yeah, take them out of the box straight away. Get that out of the box, man. I want to see what that does. It's not. It's because
you just brought up a point of broken wings on an action figure. Have you ever had anyone contact you and say, "Look, I need a left arm for this action figure"?
Oh,
all the time,
every day. Yeah,
all the time. Yeah.
Okay. How would one go about pricing a left arm or a right foot?
Really, really simple. No, I'm sorry, sir. We don't sell spares. Goodbye.
Really?
All of our spares.
Yeah.
Because we might get a collection in where someone's missing an arm. Oh, I've got that arm. That's made him complete.
So it's that thing of like you will have. We were searching for something the other day, and I can't think what it is. We had some bits that came in, and like it was one was missing an arm, one was missing a foot from a Dennis Fisher Mouton, and we had them in the box, so we just got them out, and that made that figure, over £100 rather than being sort of just some bits for about £50-60.
Yeah,
it makes all the difference putting that bit of effort in and keeping those bits. And if we'd sold them, we wouldn't have had that money. But if you are just, if you do go to car boot sales, flea markets, and tag sales, was it you call them? Tag sales.
Tag sales, yeah.
If you go to those and you pick up boxes of bits, there are loads of good resources on the internet show you, like Facebook pages. There's some great Facebook pages that will kind of, if you want to identify what it, and even some of the stuff that we get in, we don't know what it is.
We have to look it up sometimes.
Sometimes we have to look at, not on standard stuff, Transformers, Star Wars, that sort of Thundercats, man, that's fine. But the weirder stuff, you kind of like going, what's that? Is that? And then you realise you've got it packaged anyway, and you could have just looked at the package. But it's just sometimes you don't see it out of context. But there's loads of ways to research.
That's it. And just keep hunting, because you'll find another busted up figure that's got no legs, and you pull the arm off that one.
All the fun's in the hunt.
Just make it work.
How is the traffic of Mego, since Mego resurfaced? How is that traffic over where you guys are?
Not at all.
I don't think it's affected it.
Really?
Not in the UK. We're in the UK, so Mego isn't really like it is.
No, all the new ones that are coming out, because obviously they've relaunched all these new ones, and not that popular over here.
No,
at all. We see loads of them.
Yeah,
at the toy fair we were at yesterday, racks and racks of them, and they're untouched. No one's buying them. Some of the big ones that are released are very cool. I mean, I quite like them, but you want the old ones, really.
But it seems to be the way.
Yeah.
I mean,
when the relaunch came out, I was searching for the big ones, just the DC ones, and then of course with the 6-inch ones, I was searching for the Kiss ones, and I was able to find them. I found an Ace Frehley off the card, and I had to fix the card. But then they kind of became scarce. They're only at comic shops or hobby shops. I really don't find them in any of the Walmarts or Targets, box stores anymore. And the bigger ones, I don't see them anywhere. But they're supposed to be releasing more.
But like the 6-inch or whatever they are, they're in all our bargain places.
Yeah.
And supermarkets.
Yeah, they're 8-inch, aren't they? 8-9-inch the Mego figures. But yeah. They're kind of like they're in bargain. So we've got like is it B&M Home Stores?
B&M, they've got them. Yeah.
So there's some in there, some of the horror ones and stuff, and I think they're really cool. But yeah, they're not. No, they're not really. So we haven't had anybody come in and go, "Have you got that new line of that?" Nobody's ever asked.
No, not one person.
Wow.
We get asked for vintage a fair bit, but it's not the thing it is.
Yeah,
in America, but we did have some nice Palitoy carded Space 1999 ones. And they were very, very popular. They sold very, very good.
Yeah.
I'm sure the Eagle did. The Eagles were the 1999 Corgi Eagles. Yeah. They were very heavy too. I remember from as a kid, but mine, the head kept falling off.
Yeah, they're dinky. The head fell off. That's what the back end.
Dinky. That's right, not Corgi. It was dinky. Yeah.
The back end normally falls off. The head falling off, that's kind of like fixed. So
yeah, that's unusual.
You sure you went?
You must have been really hitting it hard. That one. Did you get some real plate value?
Did you have the metallic?
I don't remember. I was like 5.
Man, you're giving that some welly.
We're gonna take a quick 30-second break, and we're gonna be right back with Joe and Gabe. And so, if you have a question, keep it up. Pop them in the comment section. We'll be right back. Geek Show, brought to you by CH Square Collectibles, Comics Collectibles, and more. Magic the Gathering every Friday at 6 p.m. Located at 39 Wedgwood Drive, Suite 232, Jewett City. Comics, sports card, autographs, online sales. CH Square Collectibles, proud sponsor of the Angrygeeks Show. And we are back with these two guys. Look at, they're here. Last time we had to take a break, they were gone for a while. Remember that?
Yeah, we thought we had longer than we did.
Sorry, we sort of we didn't expect breaks in the UK are normally sort of
3 or 4 minutes,
3 or 4 minutes, and then we come back. We just get them all out of the way. Like you guys seem to have a lot of them.
Yeah,
well, 30 seconds. That's it. 30 seconds. Yeah. That's it. That's nothing else. Yeah, it was Dinky who made. Why did I think Corgi?
Oh, it's an easy mistake to make. Yeah. I mean, because Corgi did a lot of the smaller ones, so they did like the Blake 7 ship, Corgi, and things like that. But yeah, it's easy to get them mixed up, and I'll excuse anything because it's late for us.
Well, speaking of your Corgi, though, not to bring us down, not to bring the mood down. In August, my mother-in-law passed away, but she left me something, and my father-in-law gave this to me, and I guess she had this since she was a kid.
Yeah, so Starsky and Hutch, little Corgi, Juniors,
very cool, Corgi Juniors.
Yeah,
I was flattered when they gave me that. The card's in great shape, but the card is kind of bent up.
You could iron that and flatten that out.
Yeah.
It'd look really nice. Put it in a little case. It looked great. It's a nice little heirloom.
Yeah. I guess she had it since she was a child, and I was like, whoa. I thought you guys would appreciate that.
That's really cool.
It's a nice little heirloom. We've got got a few of those knocking about in our cabinet over in the corner.
Cool.
Yeah, they're great.
So what's the hottest thing that someone's coming in and asking for? What's the most repetitive thing that someone's coming into the shop asking for?
It's always Star Wars.
It's always Star Wars. It's always the last 17 or last 15 if you're an old school guy. It's
Really?
always that sort of stuff.
Star Wars and wrestling figures at the minute.
Yeah, a lot of
wrestling figures.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you. You guys know I'm a huge Macho Man fan. What is the oldest Macho Man Randy Savage figure you have in the place?
Don't think we've got.
I think any. Macho Man will always sell.
Yeah.
So you can't keep them in.
We did have.
I'm looking for one that I don't have.
Yeah,
and that's why I asked.
There's quite a few variations on it, but we'll keep you informed. But no, not at the moment. We've got probably about 25, 30 different carded figures. Not all Hasbro. We've got some Galoobs, aren't we?
Galoob,
WCW Galoob and some WWF Hasbro. But yeah, it's and we've got some really cool. If you watch episode 4, you'll see something in that as well.
Okay, no, I keep plugging the show, guys. That's why you're here. You got to keep the episode.
That's what it's all about.
We don't want to spoil it for people and let people watch it.
We want people to watch it and enjoy it and let us know what they think. That's kind of the whole thing.
All right, so what wrestler are they coming in asking for?
It's not particular wrestler. It's just wrestlers.
So and specific cards, specific card colors,
late cards, green cards, that sort of thing.
Purple cards we're always asking for.
Yeah.
Okay, when it comes to He-Man, is there any specific character they're looking for?
Well, everybody asks about He-Man and Skeletor. So you always get asked about He-Man. You always get, if you're going to go with Thundercats, everybody asks about Lion over. There's, it's condition.
But people ask, Scareglow is a big one.
Scareglow on,
he always
gets asked about in He-Man. So, but yeah, a lot of the 8-backs and things like that. It just tends to be the card variations that people are looking for, and
that's the thing. It seems to be the cards more than the figures now.
Yeah.
And
condition. Is it great? I mean, we get asked so much. If we've got something not graded, we get asked, "Is it gradable?"
Yeah.
And you're like, "Well, I'm not a grader, but to my eyes, it looks great, but it's you don't know. I bought a graded item the other day, and I've got a 75, a loose Maximilian from Black Hole. I got a 75, and I was looking at it thinking, why isn't that an 8? Really, really clean. It's not bad, but 75. So you just don't know.
So what are your grading systems out there? Of course, here we have CBCS, one of the Angry Geek Show sponsors. What do you guys have over there?
So there's a company called UKG. They were sort of set up. So you've got AFA over there, which I suppose is the best known internationally. You've got CAS as well.
Yeah.
But we've got UKG, and that's run by some, very knowledgeable chaps who grade things and grade them very, very well. Grading is it's a divisive subject, and it's not one that there's a lot of fors and a lot of against, and I understand both sides. So it's like one of those things, really. But that's the company that we tend to do a bit of grading, a little bit, not loads, just a bit every now and then. But I kind of want to. I always feel like I want to touch the figures,
Yeah.
I want to have them in my hands.
Play with the toys.
Yeah, no, not even that. It's just picking them up, and whereas they're in plastic, you're always like, I can't get that figure out. You won't feel that figure, and it's all about feel. Those nostalgic memories. We were talking on another podcast earlier about the smells of toys, and and when they're in that plastic, you can't smell them anymore. You can't, and that sounds weird to anybody that's not into.
No, I totally get it. So here I'm going to sound like a hypocrite or very weird, but here we are. I got a grading service paying our bills, but I don't have my comics graded. I like to open up the comic and get smell.
Especially with comics. That's one thing I never understand, comic grading. But if people want to do it, let them do it.
You can't read it on the toilet.
I mean, I do have some comics that are graded because either they were a gift or they were a gift. I never actually sent any books out. But when I go hunting, looking for a book, I immediately, my wife just looks at me. She goes, "You are the weirdest man I've ever met." Because I'll open up that comic and just like what a brand new toy, when you open it up, it has that smell, and you just need that because it's.
There's that, and there's over the years, there's the different smells that appear on the toy. So there's certain nostalgic smells, like everybody mentioned this on a different podcast, but everybody smoked in the 80s. Everybody was always smoking. So your Star Wars figures would have that smell of smoke about them because I had my stuff. My stuff was all secondhand. My family didn't smoke, but all my stuff was secondhand. It came off the market. So by that point, you smell it. When I smell that smell now, it takes me back to being a kid again. It's a horrible smell. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm still like, oh, it's amazing, because it's nostalgic.
Yeah, correct. Okay, and Phil Jones wants to know, do they have Hogan's piano?
Watch the latest episode.
He's watched the latest episode. You'll have to watch the latest episode. Phil's got all the jokes. He's familiar with the... It's just you watch the episode, but unfortunately, the Hulk is still piano.
Still pianoless.
He is bereft of his piano. So if you look at the Slam Hulk, basically he's doing
Hogan
that
figure,
and it looks like he should have a piano.
Yes, I have that figure. I know what you're talking about. I know what you mean.
And it always makes me laugh because I think he'd look great with a piano. I'm gonna have to try and
we'll find a piano.
Yeah,
Haunted Badger matching piano, that'll work.
Or Muppets.
I bet you the Weebles. You remember the Weebles?
Yeah.
Their piano would probably work with that.
Maybe
a bit small, I think.
And it'd fall over.
Oh, it would, yeah. No.
What is the most surprising thing that came into the shop that you looked at it and went, "Oh my God"?
Gav.
Yeah.
Yeah, every day. Yeah. I went, ooh, what's that? You'll have to do then. Come on, work with me for a bit.
All right, Gav, what was the most surprising thing for you?
I'm trying to think. What's been the most amazing thing that's come in?
It's more the people that bring stuff in, and the characters. The characters that bring stuff in that you kind of go, and you never know what's going to be in that carrier bag. You can have a little old lady come in with, like, we've had lots of card Star Wars figures before, and we've had lots of things that have come out. There was one guy, and he wasn't the tidiest person, and that's the kindest way I can put it. And he came in, and it was his childhood stuff, and it was amazing, and it was so unusual. It wasn't just like the main toy lines; it was all the weird stuff as well. So he had this odd toy lines that you wouldn't get over here, and it was like he must have just been really spoiled as a kid. But he'd just bring a bag in and just go, "Oh yeah, it's just rubbish. Get rid of this rubbish here." And he would go, "Oh, here you go, there's £200 or whatever it was," and he'd go, "Really, for that rubbish? Oh, I'll bring you some more then." And we were like, "Oh, this is amazing," because you'd never get the same. What was joyful about it was you'd never get the same bits at the same time. So you'd be having 1 week, you'd have a load of stuff, and you kind of go, "Oh, it's a shame it hasn't got this." And then 3 weeks later, that bit would show up in his next lot, and he was here every week. And I'm not sure if we did fuel any sort of dodgy habit that he had, but he was an unkempt man, but he'd always surprise you with what he had, and you were like, "Do you remember where you were when you got this?" And he'd go, "No." And you go, "Do you remember where you were 10 minutes ago?" No. It was a little bit like that. So it was a bit. It was a strange man, but he bought great stuff. He did bring great stuff, and then eventually he just must have ran out of
things.
And we never saw him again. But that was surprising.
Yes.
Because the first time he walked in, you were like, "Watch him." And then, like, "I've got this." And you were like, "Wow. What, where, what, how, when?" And
sometimes a guy will walk in and, again, a scruffy looking guy, you don't expect it. The next minute, he's dropped $3,000.
Yeah. You can never judge a book by its cover.
Not in this shop.
No. It's weird, and then it works the other way as well. And that's what it teaches you a lot about people, that you can't prejudge people, that you've kind of got to just wait and just take everyone on that, not on fate, not on what they look like. It's about who they are and what they are, and you never know. We've got this lovely customer at the moment. He's become a real good mate, and first time I walked in, I did say to him, I said, first time you walked in, I just thought, oh. But he's just the nicest guy. It just shows you. You learn every day. You need to be humble, and there's some really nice people that come into our shop and grace us with their presence. and we have such a good laugh with them.
Mm.
And that was a weird thing while we were closed. You didn't have that. It wasn't like seeing the customers that you had. And like now we're like back opening and we're like, hey, come on in. So it's really good. It's really nice.
All right. So speaking about back opening, when you guys were last on with Jamie and I both, you guys were closed. You weren't opening. The States, we were just starting to open back up. You guys were still closed. What was it like opening the doors? Did you guys have a celebration? Did you? Was it a big grand reopening? Was it a fireworks going off? How did you guys celebrate?
I tell you something. We needed a rest by the end of that week.
Oh my life! Yeah, it was crazy. That first week was
the busiest we'd probably ever been ever. Yeah. That first week back,
you were just in cabinets all day with customers, and it was just
the shop looked immaculate when we opened. By the end of that week,
really
we needed to restock very badly.
There was gaps everywhere. There was, it was great, but we've now stocked back up again. But it was fantastic. I've never had a trading week like it. It was amazing, and the customers were brilliant.
It was just nice to see everyone, wasn't it?
Everybody was so joyful being back out. It's an unprecedented time. I think we'll look back on it and go, that was kind of, although it was been awful.
Yeah.
And in many ways, we don't want to bang on about that because, let's be positive. It's about toys, man. But it's been awful in many ways. But it has been the reopening, everybody coming in, and all you've seen your friends again and people you're not seeing. But you have that weird standoff hug thing with some people.
Because
people that you normally give them a bit of a
shake hands or anything.
So you sort of like, I don't know what to do. So you just go, hey. But you don't really know what to do with some people, do you? But it has been, it's been amazing. And it was good for us getting around the country, seeing other toy dealers. And most of the shops that we went to on Toy Shop on Tour, we'd never been to before.
No.
Like, I think I've been to like 5 out of the 30 odd that we go to, 33, 34, however many it is.
So it was so exciting going to all these different new shops and not knowing what we were going to find.
You didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
Did we time our belches?
I think we did that.
I was going to
synced up
on our burps. We were both going to have a burp at the same time. That's nice, isn't it? Good job this isn't live. Oh, it is.
It is. Okay, so the show can be found on YouTube, but where is it aired in the UK? What TV station is it aired on?
It's not any TV.
Only on YouTube at the moment.
Only on YouTube at the moment.
Okay, one show a week?
It's one show a week. It's made for television. It's all been filmed.
Yeah, professionally filmed and edited.
Professionally filmed and edited. So, we've got... you've got drones, you've got, all sorts of stuff going on. So it's not just a bloke with a camera wandering around looking at stuff,
Yeah, it's not just a man on his phone.
No, it is.
So it's not like our TV show.
It's basically, it's because it's moving all the time. I think it's a good watch.
It's kind of like American Pickers style. It's not like American Pickers, but it's sort of style of show, isn't it?
I have actually seen American Pickers, which is unbelievable for me because I don't really watch television, but I have actually seen it, and I suppose it has got that similar feel, but it's just toys, and it's exciting, and it's silly, and it's lighthearted, and it's good fun, and that's what it should be. It's entertaining.
Yeah, that's exactly what it should be. I mean, I always call it our world. The convention scene, the comic book scene, the toy scene is our world. Our world is meant to be silly. It's meant to be fun.
Yeah.
It's meant to be lighthearted. It's what keeps us young. It's what keeps us happy. So why be lighthearted and fun?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that's what the show is. The show is, and I try because I try and I don't want to be. It's ever so difficult doing this because you want to be modest and kind of say, this is, yes, well, it's but it's not. It's flipping awesome. It's the best thing I've ever done. Like with toys, it's like.
And what's great as well, our cameraman and editor and producer Matt, he's taken all the footage away with him. So when we watch the show, it's like it's amazing. It's like, whoa, what has he done? How has he done this? He's made this amazing show, and he's just so good. He's made us look incredible.
Yeah.
And we're just bumbling around these shops, getting excited.
Genuine enthusiasm goes a long way, and Matt turns it into a telly show, basically. So it's all down to Matt's genius, that we do what we do. But it's been great fun. We're looking forward to doing it again and again and again. And hope.
Matt, thank you for making these two guys look amazing.
Yeah, it is all Matt basically, but it's been an adventure. It's been great fun, and to be honest with you, although it was tiring, it was really tiring. We had very long days, and each show is a day,
an entire day. Yeah.
So that show that's shot. So if you think, oh, they've obviously gone and stopped somewhere in between. No, we did 4. Like the show from this weekend. Yeah, it's 4 shops in the same day. So you've got to shoot the 4 shops. You've got to travel to them and then travel away because you're trying to get to the next area for the next day's shooting. So each show is literally a day. So sometimes we're shooting the toy of the day section or the last bit of the show, and it's 8, half 8, 9 o'clock at night, and then it's just bed and some food, a couple of beers, and bed.
Yeah.
And then the next morning you're up at 7 a.m. and it's just on the go again. Yeah. So it's
but it was great.
It was great.
And when we were tired, but it was amazing.
But when you talk about it, you want to kind of do it again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I would imagine so. I mean, it's really it's fun. It's not really work. I mean, when Jamie and I are at a convention, like we just got back from Colorado Springs Comic-Con back in August. We were there for a week, doing all the moderating all the celebrity panels. It wasn't work. It was fun for us. It was fun for us meeting our fans out there. It was fun for us being on stage out there. And it was like a working vacation, but it was fun. It was not work at all. And even going back to the hotel room, setting up the laptop, editing the footage, because I understand what you guys mean about when you're watching it, you're seeing things again. When I'm editing our footage, I'm now paying attention because like I don't pay attention to what I say or facial expressions or even what Jamie's saying, because we're engaging our audience, where we're engaging each other, we're engaging our guests. So I would go back later on and watch it and just start laughing. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I said that. Or what did Kev say? What did you have to rewind and have to listen to it again? Because it is funny. So I totally get what you're talking about by going back and watching edited stuff.
We don't get any of that. We kind of get the show normally on a Wednesday or a Thursday before it goes out. Just so if there's any last minute adjustments that are needed, we can kind of go, this needs to be done or that needs to be done. But in general, I think we've made like one alteration out of the first 4 episodes because they've all been out of the box. Bang, Matt's got them nailed. He's got the music feel right, and he's got everything, that puts it through. There's particular bits which he's got the music comical enough, so and it's just a really, really well put together show, and it's a family show. It's not just for us geeks, and that's been a good thing. Getting kids that are coming up to us going, "Oh wow, we love you watching on YouTube." that's cool for me.
It's nice.
I can watch that with my children and not think there's something that I won't be happy with them watching. It's quite a nice thing, really.
Okay, Joe, I'm a dad. My son is, he's 21. He's a collector too. He collects comics and he collects toys. Then you also have Gav. So I got to ask you a question. Have you ever came across a toy that there was only one, but say your child wanted it and Gav wanted it and you wanted it?
No, it doesn't really. We're all like different things.
So fortunately,
there is stuff where I will get it. If we buy a collection and Gav will go, oh, and I'll go, oh, but it kind of, I'm so focused on what I collect that as long as it stays within what I consider the family, as in like Gav, as in one of the lads that Tim that works at weekends. Or any of the lads that work with us, my mate Jay, who's always in the shop. As long as it stays within that sort of the toy family, as it were, I've considered that I've kind of done my job. But it is, if it was Adventure People, if anybody else started collecting that, then no, I would definitely pull rank on that. There's nothing there that everybody's going to kind of go with. It's just, Gav likes weird stuff, and I kind of go, that's really cool sometimes. And sometimes I go, you're an idiot. But there's a lot of that. Sheesh.
Okay. Yes,
get this. He bought a yo-yo yesterday from the toy fair. No string in it.
I didn't know.
Moron.
Yo-yo.
Ooh, bring it back up.
Somebody stole his string, and he's now
look at the airbrushing on that. Fantastic.
Oh my! I never seen that piece.
Collect all 4.
Get all 4, and then
get
the string.
But it had been open.
Now that's from 1989, correct?
It is, yes.
So no strings attached one.
And I've never seen that piece at all. Wow.
Oh, there you go. No, we have loads of these in the UK.
Yeah, is that exclusive to the UK? That's what I was just going to ask.
Yeah. But do tricks and stunts, but not with this one.
No tricks and stunts with that one.
Is that a Duncan?
Say again?
Is that a Duncan yo-yo? I can't tell.
No, it's not a Duncan, unfortunately. Okay. Character Yo's.
More of a Dave the yo-yo.
I do have several Duncan yo-yos there. Oh, good.
Okay. So our younger viewers are going, Dunkin' Donuts? What are you guys talking about, Dunkin'?
Yeah,
Dunkin' yo-yos were the yo-yos when we were kids.
You have these Coke yo-yos.
Hold on 1 second. I'm going to pull you back up.
There we go.
Wow.
That's the gem. We had these. What would this been like early 90s?
Yeah.
Late 90s.
Late 80s, early 90s. And these were great yo-yos. They were Russell yo-yos made by a professional yo-yo company. And people go nuts for these now. They're great yo-yos.
They don't even make yo-yos anymore. I haven't seen them in the market at all.
Probably because they're dangerous for some reason, but I don't know. It's Gav just picks up weird stuff all the time. And
I do have a question for you guys. Just the other day at my normal job, the production supervisor, I was out on the floor. He had asked me next time I talked to a toy dealer or next time I was at a convention, do you we call them knockers here in the States, not the knockers you guys are thinking about or anybody watching.
You were going there.
They were
made a bit of a booth there.
Yes, exactly. This is going to sound really worse. 2 balls.
What's a play for?
Yeah.
Yes, but they were on. They were on.
I know what you mean, like clackers.
Clackers. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Do you have any of those in the shop?
No, they're extremely hard to get hold of.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them, when they get old, and a lot of them are plastic and they shatter.
Yes.
It degrades. So after a while, because it's a really, really hard plastic, because they'd make that noise, wouldn't they? Clack, clack, clack.
Yeah.
But plastic degrades. So you often, the last ones we had in were in like a suitcase of like stuff, bits and bobs. So you always get like the same suitcase. You get toys in a suitcase. There's always bits in the bottom, like bit of fluff,
couple of loose playing cards, some used matches, normally something dangerous like a drawing pin, something like that, something to cut yourself on. So it's a danger case. You're running your hands through it.
3 bits of jigsaw, and like an apple core and stuff like that, and Lego and bits of Lego and just evil things that are going to kill you if you stand on them. It's kind of that, and then you find some clackers in there. That's always the way they tend to come in. Nobody presents their clackers.
No.
Really?
As it were.
I forget why it was brought up, and I walked out of my office and he called me over and said, "Hey, I want some of those." I'm like, I remember as a kid, I used to take mine and whip. For all you kids listening, be quiet. I used to throw them at my younger brother. So I was, So I was, yes, I know. And I was like, why do you want them? And because he brought up dangerous toys from our childhood, because he was also talking about the lawn darts. He goes, because we used to kill each other with our toys, because the clackers or knockers in our in the States, they used to hurt your hand.
Yeah.
Tell you what, your brother wants his revenge. That's why he wants them.
So a piece like that, what would it be priced at?
Not a lot.
No, not a lot.
You know, it's like it's in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah.
It's the kind of thing. There probably are something that if you go on eBay and bid on the wrong day, you'll pay a lot of money for them. But if you go to a toy shop and they've got some, it's probably going to be like £5, £10 max.
Max, yeah.
Just because they are what they are, and it's just Nobody collects them.
They're not a collectible toy.
People aren't going to put them away and go, well, this is my display
of clackers.
Or
knockers.
Or knockers. Got knocker display.
Well done. Very well done. Well, guys, our hour is about up. Please tell everyone where they can find you online. Tell everyone where they can reach out to you, where they can buy toys from you, and most importantly, where your YouTube channel is.
So YouTube channel, which is the most important, is Leicester Vintage Toy Shop. You just search for that. Toy Shop on Toys is the video series.
The name of the show.
And if you want to buy things off us, then you're in the wrong shop. We don't particularly like selling things, so please don't come in.
But you can get us on Facebook, just in case we feel like selling something that day.
No, don't tell them that. So yeah, Facebook, Leicester Vintage Toy Shop. Instagram, Leicester Vintage Toy Shop. At Old Toy Shop on Twitter.
Yeah.
And you can drop us a message on there, and we'll try and get back to you.
Yes. But yeah, Leicester Vintage Toy Shop on YouTube. That's the main one. Get on there.
Because it's fun.
Yes.
And we will share that link on our page. I am Lewis Perry for Jamie Dolan. We are the Angry Geek Show. You can find us at theangrygeekshow.com on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and at all your altered reality entertainment events. And we'll be at a charity event this Saturday for Autism Speaks for Team Christopher. This Sunday, rather, excuse me. I am Lewis. We'll talk to you guys next week.
This has been an Earplug Podcast presentation, found on earplugpodcast.com, iTunes, SoundCloud, and wherever your favorite podcasts are found.